You know that feeling when two heavyweights step into the ring and you're just waiting to see who throws the first punch? That's exactly what we've got today. Mercedes AMG GT 63S versus BMW M8 Competition. Two titans, two different philosophies, but both built with one mission: to be the king of performance luxury. And honestly, this is one of the most exciting rivalries in the car world right now. Let's start with first impressions, because let's face it, the way these cars look is half the thrill. The AMG GT 63S has this unmistakable presence. Long, wide, low-slung, and wearing that Panamericana grille like it owns every lane it touches. The updates to its design are subtle but effective: sharper lines on the hood, a more aggressive bumper, and those sleek, slightly sinister headlights that almost feel like they're staring you down. There's a sense of heritage here, because even though this is a four-door coupe, it still echoes the spirit of the AMG GT sports car. You see it and you instantly know this is a car that doesn't ask for attention, it demands it. Then you turn your head to the BMW M8 Competition, and it's a whole different flavor. Where the AMG is muscular and almost brutish, the M8 leans into elegance with a dark edge. Its kidney grills have been slimmed down and modernized, the lines are cleaner, and the proportions scream Grand Tourer. It's not shouting at you, it's more like a tailored suit with just enough flex to let you know the person wearing it hits the gym every morning. In profile, the M8 has that long hood, coupe roofline, and wide stance that makes it look like it's crouched, ready to leap forward. Both cars are undeniably gorgeous, but in completely different ways. The AMG is the brawler in a leather jacket, the BMW is the athlete in a tux. Now, let's pop the hood, because that's where the real fireworks start. The AMG GT 63S packs a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 that churns out a monstrous 630 horsepower. That's the kind of power that doesn't just move a car forward, it launches it, almost like a roller coaster ride. The sound alone could wake a city block, a deep, thunderous growl that instantly makes your heart race. And it's not just about raw numbers. Mercedes has tuned this engine with insane precision. The way it delivers torque is almost violent, yet controlled. Like AMG's engineers built it to remind you that yes, this is still a hand-built masterpiece from a Falterbach. Meanwhile, BMW is no slouch. The M8 Competition comes in with its own 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8, making around 617 horsepower. That's just shy of the AMG, but honestly, behind the wheel, it feels every bit as ferocious. The way BMW has engineered this car is all about balance. The power delivery is silky smooth, linear, and just when you think you've felt it all, it digs deeper and gives you more. The exhaust note is sharper, more metallic, less thunder, more lightning. And here's the thing, it doesn't just sound different, it feels different. The M8 wants to dance through corners, while the AMG wants to bulldoze them. Neither approach is wrong, it just depends on what kind of thrill you're chasing. Speaking of corners, let's talk about how these beasts handle when the road gets twisty. The AMG GT 63S is a surprisingly capable car for something this big. You've got 4MATIC Plus all-wheel drive, rear-wheel steering, adaptive suspension, the works. What that means in real life is you can throw this nearly 2-ton machine into a bend and it'll stick like glue. Sure, it still feels hefty, but there's a confidence in how it grips, how it rotates, that makes you forget you're piloting a luxury four-door. It's not a sports car in the pure sense, but it borrows enough DNA from the AMG GT to make you grin ear to ear. The BMW M8 Competition, on the other hand, feels a touch more nimble. It's still a big coupe, no question. But BMW has tuned it with that signature M Division magic. The steering is precise, the chassis is beautifully balanced, and the xDrive system gives you grip when you need it, but also lets you kick the tail out if you're in the mood. It's the kind of car that feels like it's egging you on to push harder, to take that corner just a little quicker. While the AMG feels like it's crushing the road into submission, the M8 feels like it's dancing over it. Now let's slide inside, because this is where these cars remind you they're not just performance machines, they're also luxury lounges on wheels. Step into the AMG GT 63S and it's like entering a futuristic cockpit. You're wrapped in leather, Alcantara, and carbon fiber. The twin widescreen displays stretch across the dash, giving you everything from navigation to performance data in crystal clarity. The seats hug you tightly, like they're ready for track duty, but still manage to be comfortable enough for long hauls. And the overall vibe? It's bold, flashy, unapologetically AMG. In the M8 Competition, the interior takes a slightly different approach. It's still dripping in luxury, but it feels more restrained, more elegant. The materials are top-notch: merino leather, carbon accents, and crystal-like gear selectors that add a touch of sparkle. The iDrive system is intuitive, the digital displays are crisp, and the seats are supremely comfortable. The M8 feels more like a luxury coupe that happens to have ridiculous performance, whereas the AMG feels like a race car that happens to be luxurious. Again, two different philosophies, both brilliant in their own way. Of course, we can't ignore the money question because neither of these cars comes cheap. The AMG GT 63S starts at around $170,000. And if you start ticking option boxes, you can easily push it past $200,000. The BMW M8 Competition is priced a little lower, starting closer to $135,000. That's a noticeable difference, and it's worth thinking about. For the extra cash, the AMG gives you a bit more power, a bit more drama, and arguably a more exclusive badge. But the BMW delivers nearly the same thrills, wrapped in a package that's more attainable, at least relatively speaking. Value is subjective here, but I'd say if you're chasing outright presence and the wildest ride possible, the AMG earns its premium. If you want a near equal thrill with a touch more refinement and savings, the M8 is hard to ignore. Looking back at past models, it's fascinating to see how far both brands have come. The older AMG GT was a two-door sports car that sacrificed a lot of practicality for performance. This four-door GT 63S keeps the madness but adds usability, a true evolution. And BMW? The 8 Series lineage has always been about combining luxury and performance. The M8 Competition sharpens that formula to its absolute edge, proving the 8 Series can hang with the best of the best. So which one's better? Honestly, it depends on what you want from your car. If you're all about raw muscle, brutal acceleration, and making a statement every time you hit the ignition, the AMG GT 63S is your ride. If you lean more toward refined thrills, elegant styling, and a balance of daily comfort with weekend insanity, the BMW M8 Competition is waiting for you. At the end of the day, it's not about crowning one winner. It's about appreciating the fact that we live in a time where cars like these exist. Two manufacturers, two philosophies, and both delivering absolute masterpieces. Whichever one you pick, you're getting not just a car, but an experience. A constant reminder that driving can still stir the soul. So tell me, if you had the keys to both sitting on your table, which one you grabbing first? Let me know in the comments because I'd love to hear your take. And hey, if you enjoyed this head-to-head and want more car passion delivered straight to your feed, smash that like button, subscribe, and stick around. We've got plenty more coming. Until next time, keep chasing that perfect drive.